What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of our Markarth Let's Play. So hopefully you guys have checked out the first 2 episodes. If you're new to the channel, check the link in the description, and there's a playlist link. You could watch everything in order. It's all good. But anyway, we're continuing on where we left off, and it is... How do I say this without spoilers? We're about to... It's gonna sound dumb. About to do things and find things because we talked to said people. Okay, but we're still near the beginning. Anyway, so going up. Dude, there's a lot of hidden places in this town that I'll probably never see unless I actively go explore. Oh, that's a nice hat
You're
that
an
dude had.
outsider. I guess when the Ard made us put up those scratchings he calls signs, it really worked. Attracted you right to my business. Unfortunately, we're closed right now. Come back later, and bring your gold. Artzand. Sounds dwarven. I guess that's why you came to see me. No one in Markarth knows more about the deep folk and their scrap than old Nolavan. Now, keystones. That's another matter. Could refer to a wedge that supports an arch, maybe? Well, that is the other kind. You might be able to find one in Batharzel. I could sell you a map to the place, but it won't be cheap. Or if you do a simple job for me, I'll give you the map as payment. Quick work that would help me a great deal. Aye, more than cover it. Here's your map. Leads right to Batharzel, I guarantee it. You might need to do a little searching to find the entrance, but that map will get you close. Now, please, I have so much work to do before I can open the shop.
Okay. You
Hey,
guys
you.
enjoying the
Rhonda's
sticker
has
book
need
thing?
of you.
It's pretty cool. I am a little worried about it because like I enjoy it. I like it, but I feel like people once they get like the item they need, they're not going to run like a dungeon or trial again. So and like that's kind of half the fun. I get gear farming is terrible and tedious, but I don't know. It's going to be like trials and dungeons probably going to be the only people who enjoy doing it instead of just like finding people
Veranda
might
said
be
he
harder,
sent you
I
to
guess
talk
to
to the
say.
scrap dealer, and here you are. Good to see you, by the way. Anyway, Verandis needs to talk to you right away, he said. So let's go. He did. Here, let me mark a location on your map. That's Rebel's Retreat, what Arana and her people call their camp in the foothills. Verandis wants you to meet him there. You should move quickly. Verandis has a way with words, but he's still a verbose high elf vampire noble from High Rock, any and all of which can get you killed in the Reach. Funny you should mention that. Oh, he went out into the foothills all right, but before Verandis could find them, the rebels found him. Seems to be working out, at least for the moment. Well enough, I suppose. Thanks for asking. Adusa drags her tail a bit every now and then. Still fighting off the worst of Aseni's experiments, I think. But so far, no turning into a blood knight, so, you know, success. What's to tell? It's a Reach folk camp in the foothills. Probably the main base for the rebels, but I'm just guessing. I was with Verandis when the rebels surrounded us. I wanted to fight, but the Count held me back. That's when Arana appeared. Hang on, let me think. The camp's set up inside an old Nord ruin. It's surprisingly sturdy for something that was abandoned a long time ago. The rebels seem to be running low on supplies. Food, weapons, armor. Well, her and Verandis did most of the talking. I'm not sure I trust the witch, but I trust Verandis. He says she's a friend. That's good enough for me.
Alright, where are we going? Closest way shrine. I'm pretty sure there's 6 way shrines, and then like one is probably around here, one is probably here, and okay, so oh wait, there's 9 way shrines. Yeah, there's probably one here, 2 over, one here, one probably around like somewhere down there. We'll figure it out. But if you know the Elder Scrolls Way Shrine pattern, they're usually in the most random locations that... Remember, I don't know how many of you guys have played through the Greymoor one, or the Chapter 1 when it first came out, but they had to move a Way Shrine, or, well, not move, but they added a Way Shrine because people complained that one was too far away from a location. So I think if I could show you this Way Shrine right here, and I think they added another one, like right here. They added 2 Way Shrines because, like, there were some things, like, at the top that you couldn't get to, and the closest Way Shrine was, like, here, and so people complained about it, so they added for the first time after launch.
Ah, Urana. Here comes my associate now.
Aye, that one I know. Very well, Verandis. I'll speak to them. I see Verandis' word is good. He said I could treat with you, and here you are. The Count tells me that Lady Belaine and the Grey Host leader, Rada El Saran, seek some powerful relic. The Arcthazand Keystone. Is that correct? Let me see your map. Yes, I know that name. But dwarven mischief riddles the bones of the Reach. It could be anywhere. My mother called this place the Hissing Maze. Said it's full of mechanical monsters that guard a trove of silver. 3 marks. 3 places to search. All right. I'll help you in Verandis, but not before the spirits bless our alliance. I want you to undertake a ritual. If the spirits favor you, we'll face the Grey Host together. Positive thoughts, Harrier. Positive thoughts. Participate in the ritual. Then we will see what we will see. Without the blessings of the spirits, 'twould be unseemly for this alliance to go forward. The ritual begins with the preparation. Gather a Briarheart seed, a Hagraven's eye, and a handful of bright river shale. Check to the east, west, and south. Whenever different clans come together in a common purpose, we seek the blessings of the spirits to confirm we're doing the right thing. We will ask the Hunter to bind our hearts. If he sees strength in you, we will clasp arms and band together.
Okay. Oh no, I was doing something yesterday. But yeah, apparently you guys enjoy watching ESO stuff. I know this is like the first major game that I had like a longer series on the channel, so I assume that a few of you guys are still here from that, from 2014. What am I looking for? What the heck? Find Bright River Shale. Gather components. The hell? What am I looking for? I swear that was not there before. Remember, like, 2 years ago when they announced Elder Scrolls 6, they're like, oh, it's in development. And then people got so excited. And everyone was just like, the universal question, when is the release date? And just like, oh yeah, we just started development. And it's like, oh, why'd you announce it then? That was kind of funny. But yeah, eventually we'll get all of the things marked on our map. It's 100% let's play. So we'll get it done eventually. There are no bears humping walls in here. I just had to confirm. Oh well, that ended, and I forgot to use the witch buff before I logged out yesterday. It was actually a pretty good event, that Halloween one. I think I made like 12 champion points through that entire thing.
The Harrier returns, swift as a crow on the wing. I have prepared the ritual fire. Did you bring the components I requested? Well done, Harrier. Now, once we undertake this ritual, we will be bound by blood and spirit. It's a union stronger than stone and more eternal than the stars. Are you ready for such a commitment? Good. So am I. Let's hope the spirits feel the same way. Place the components in the fire and stand back. No matter what you see or hear, stand your ground and think about our alliance. Keep that purpose in your mind. Understand?
Oh god.
Heed our call, Hunt King. Two great packs seek the same full moon. Make them one, bound by common prey. Let Rach and Raven drink of the same dark blood. How your blessing, mighty Hircine. Send a sign and guide our hunt. Look, Hircine paints our quarry in smoke and stars. Our pact has been blessed, Harrier. The ritual was a success. Our union has been blessed by Hircine himself. I'm not certain what the spirits showed us. I'll figure it out eventually. I always do. Are you ready to search for the keystone now, Harrier?
Not really, but okay.
Aye, Harrier. We're bound together now. And how else will you find anything in those forsaken depths? I think the skytail we saw in the fire, the snake, will point the way. Once I figure out how it connects to all this, that is. That's what we call the shapes in the stars. Constellations is your word, I think. Some of my sisters can read the stars the way you read a book. See the future, learn the truth in every twinkle. I don't have the knack. It's fire and bones for me. We made a pact, and Hircine blessed it. He put us on the scent, and I plan to track it to the end. Besides, without someone who knows the Reach, the map's useless. You know what monsters hate? Silver. According to the stories, Betharzel is full of it. I need to speak to Tayfern before I set out. Go on, Harrier. I'll find you on the trail. So the legends say. A treasure trove of the pure metal. Enough to arm my warriors with weapons to slay every vampire and werewolf that marches with the Grey Host. And your keystone too, with any luck.
So far. Yeet. I want to look at the achievements, but I also don't for spoiler reasons, so we're not. I don't suppose we can scale this. Yes, we can. There's a Harrow Storm up in the distance.
Look, Harrier. A plaque. Let's examine it.
Yeah, it's a Mundus
That's a
stone.
skytail. We call it the Hunter, but I think you would refer to it as the Thief.
Here in 2020, we use the Shadow. I think, is this still good for the latest patch, actually? Like, I think everyone still uses Shadow. I'm not 100% though. But at least it has been for the past, like, 4 patches. Shadow is best in slot for DPS.
These plaques are as old as these hills, Harrier. Take a look. That's the Witch in the Stars, or the Mage, as you call it.
God, how far are these things gonna follow me? Another Harrow Storm point. But yeah, yesterday, we've just been collecting everything for our sticker book, logging into all our characters. Is there something here that we have to do? How do you discover the camp? Oh, it's probably a quest. Well, you know what we're gonna do right now is get that way shrine because it's priority.
Did you see his new bow? That must have cost him.
I think the dwarves placed these plaques, but no one really knows. See what that one says. That depicts the sky tail of the headsman. I think your people call it the warrior. I knew it would come to me, eventually. The ritual, the plaques, the map. It finally makes some sense now. You missed it too. What a pair we make. What did Hircine show us? He revealed the snake, which I thought was just a substitute for our prey. But the sky tails on the plaques, the witch, the headsman, and the hunter, they're the Wraith Guardians. Look at your map. See how the marks form the shape of the snake in the stars? And see how one mark is missing? If I place it here, we see the snake in its entirety. That's where we need to go. As for the Wraith Guardians, well, we'll see. Storytellers say the dwarves knew the stars better than anyone. Strange passion for people who lived underground, eh? Anyway, let's get to this final location. The snake in the stars is the corruptor, the enemy. If permitted, it would consume the lesser stars without hesitation. Luckily, the Guardians, the headsman, the witch, and the hunter stand strong and defend the lesser stars.
Okay. Oh dang, no sticker book items.
Aye, this must be the spot. Just look at all this dwarf craft. The entrance to Batharsel must be around here somewhere. Always a trick with dwarves, though. Look at these pillars. More skytails. Turn those stones in the right order, and I think we'll find our door.
This looks promising.
Indeed. A dwarven lock of some kind, I suspect.
I've done this in Skyrim. Okay, so let me see, what is the pattern? I don't understand what I'm looking at, but what would the hint be?
Damned dwarves, am I right? Devices aren't natural. Ugh. I try not to think too hard about dwarf mischief. But I do have a notion. We found 3 skytails in the hills, right?
Warrior, thief,
Guardians they
mage.
were. Your war. I've no mind. That looks right to me. That did something, Harrier. You hear that? Well done. That did it. Wait. Something's not right.
The door opened, but something happened to Irana. She mentioned something about a darkness. We should check on her, but we also need to determine that the keystone we seek is here. No, that she has a sensitivity that I do not possess. Most powerful witches do. Let's hope she recovers quickly. It is said that mechanical horrors guard the depths of Bethar Zel. No matter what, we must find the keystone. Mind
I
the
have a halls of
shadows
fabrication.
and be on your
Hard mode
guard.
clear. Does that
In
count?
addition to the mechanical traps and defenders, we know that Lady Belaine is also seeking the keystone. Lady Belaine has had more time to research the Arthzan keystone than we did. She may have already known about his location and the hidden door. Or she may have known a different way to get inside. Then again, she may be looking somewhere else entirely. Dwarven keystones not only provide access to forbidden or otherwise sealed areas, they also tend to radiate ancient magic. The uses for such a relic are potentially limitless. I won't be able to determine more until I see the keystone itself. I certainly hope not. Between the dwarven scrap dealer and Orana's ritual, everything seems to point to this location. I only mean that Lady Belaine may be operating off of a totally different set of suppositions. Wendis and I can cover more ground on our own. Let's find the keystone.
So this is Bethar Zel, eh? Mind your feet, Harrier. Every bit of metal in here means to do you harm.
This is a cool place.
Never seen dwarfcraft like this. Must have been chiefs who lived here. Chiefs are grand metalworkers. Namira's blood. They cut the heart out of the ground.
Dude, if this is
It's
a
an entire
PvP map,
city under
that
the
would be
earth.
so cool.
Hiding something worse beneath.
They could definitely make this into a PvP map.
Our We're getting close to something, Harrier. Something awful.
Psijic shield.
The tales were true. Silver. I'll send crafters down to carve it out, once we deal with the rest of these metal beasts. I hear something. Wailing and scratching at the walls. There's darkness all around.
There. That must be the Artisan Keystone.
Verandis. So it's true. You are alive. Nevertheless, the keystone is mine.
I told you I saw him, skulking around Markarth. He's not as impressive as you led me to believe.
Enough, Belaine. Take the keystone. My Verandis would give chase. This pathetic creature. I don't know what it will decide to do.
Rada, you must listen. There's still time to make things right. Rada? Rada!
God, that's so loud.
Now let's get out of here. I don't hear any clanking behind us. They think we're clear. Curse that Lady Belaine. I thought if we could acquire the Keystone, we could finally get the upper hand. I'm tired of snapping at the heels of the Grey Host. I want to go for the throat. Maybe, but you have to go alone from here, Harrier. There's a fork in the path, and we need to go our separate ways. At least for a while. There's something down here. A darkness. Like leeches in a pond, it takes little bites of my soul. I need to get back to the surface. I need to see the sky, feel the wind on my skin. I'll rally the warriors and start preparing for the fight to come. Protect your heart, Harrier. This darkness will eat at you too, if you let it. Keep an eye on Verandis, Harrier. Rada al-Saran was toying with him. He's got plans for your friend, I think. It's hard to explain. Most witchcraft is. Imagine a boulder. Heavy, solid, huge. Now imagine some grinning bastard lowering it onto your chest. Slowly at first, but it starts to crush you. Little by little, it becomes harder to breathe. Dwarf magic is hard to hold. It's so clean, all straight angles, no frayed edges. It's unnatural is what it is. The Keystone might open a door, but more than that, it's eager. It doesn't just want to open, it wants to activate something.
I'm a sorcerer that summons like Daedric pets. I think darkness is fine.
Wendis, think this through.
No, they slipped the noose once. That's not
My
going to
friend,
happen
I thought I could catch Rada and Lady Belaine. Convince him to... Anyway, I'm sorry I failed us. They acquired the Keystone and escaped across the river, toward that dwarven structure in the distance. Unlike Gwendis, we can't rush off without a plan. Clear heads will win the day, mark my words. This contest is far from over. With a fresh trail to follow and new allies at our side, victory is closer than ever. And much of that is because of you. This must be Blackreach. I've read the legends, but I never thought it was real. The stories hardly do it justice. Perhaps one day I'll have an opportunity to explore it more fully. For now, we have work to do. Are you still with me, my friend? Ah, the keystone. What is it, and how is it connected to that dwarven structure? Why are they so important to Rada and Lady Belaine? Perhaps they seek to harness some sort of dwarven sorcery? Well, regardless, we can't allow them to achieve their goal. Yes, but we need to proceed with caution. We don't know the purpose of the keystone, and we don't know what they plan to do with it. That said, we are not without our own talents. We can overcome any obstacles and find a way forward. We always do. I'll meet you across the river. Together we'll find a way to enter that ruin. Seeing Rada again, it reopened many old wounds. He wasn't always the villain. At least, I like to think he wasn't. Ah, a fool's hope is a dangerous thing. Conflicted. I suppose you could say that. We were friends once, partners, in a great and noble undertaking. And then Rada changed. Maybe it was me. Now, who can say? He betrayed what we believed in, and then he died. Or at least, I thought he did. We have the ability to mask our condition from mortals, but it takes a powerful vampire indeed to hide from another one of our kind. As much as I hate to admit it, Belaine fooled me. I can tell you this, she's unlike any vampire I've met before. All vampires carry the stain of Molag Bal. It's the inescapable reality of our condition. But Lady Belaine, I sensed something else inside her. A vacant darkness. Still, if I can speak to Rada, perhaps we can settle this without bloodshed. Without a doubt. Rada's plans, whatever they are, will prove catastrophic to the mortal realm if allowed to proceed unchecked. I hope I can talk to him, appeal to his better half, and make him see reason. If not, I'll do whatever I must to end this.
All right. Dang it, why doesn't it auto add to your collection? Cool. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode.